Hello and welcome back to Major Discussions. I'm Melinda Brancato, and tonight there is no Faye. Unfortunately, Faye is homesick, but she is cheering us on from home. With me here today is a third of the trio I never chose to be a part of, my brother, Dominic Brancato.
How are you doing, Melinda?
I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you on tonight. I do miss Faye so much. A lot goes into this production. Oh my God. Inception is difficult to work with, but we really hope that you feel better, and again, thank you for tuning in at home. But because we do have Dominic here with us tonight, let's keep talking about him. Normally this is the part where I will ask somebody where they're from, but considering the relationship, why don't you tell us what you're studying and why you stayed in Oswego?
Okay, great. I'm a major in wellness management. I typically just say health and wellness since people don't always know what wellness management is. They assume it's more of like a business type course.
So, and then why you went to SUNY Oswego?
Yeah, well, I went to mostly private schools when I was looking at my admission, and
you want to look good for that medical, right?
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, I know you helped me out, especially with the college process as well. We were looking at schools like Damon and Lemoyne College, stuff like that, because of our background in high school. But you know, we both switched to to Oswego High School our senior year. That made things difficult.
Correct. Well, I wasn't sure how much private schools cost, and I didn't have much help in the admission process either. In the private school that I went to for high school, both of the counselors quit.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It was pretty hectic, but
right. But we got through it.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you decided on Oswego because of the close proximity to home and cost.
Exactly. It's a local. It's a lot cheaper. Quite frankly, there's a lot of good nature around here. Everybody knows me. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's really good. So what made you want to get into wellness management initially? Like, what kind of paths have you taken?
Well, I guess it starts in high school. I was always good at science. Since I was a little kid, I used to read the body books in school, you know, just laying around the library. And of course, I was very into working out, boxing especially. And I just wanted a way to merge those two things together. My initial plan was to be a doctor. You know, we both started out as bio majors. That didn't go too well. Of course, I passed all my classes, happened to do very well, but I didn't really want to learn about plants and animals. I was more interested in the human interaction, and
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I remember when we were both taking bio classes, you poked a lot of fun at me, especially when it got time for our bio seminar papers. I know I had one on rotifers, and it made me want to lose my brain, and I'm happy that you found your way to wellness management. I know you've taken other exams, like you recently took the police exam to maybe explore that avenue. What other things are you looking to possibly go into?
Honestly, there's a lot of things, and I have no idea. You know, I'm just trying things and seeing whatever sticks. Even in the realm of health and wellness, you know, I might be a physical therapist. I already did a couple internships over the summer locally. I enjoyed both of them at Warner's and Physical, working for Jason Myers, great guy, and I love his dog Lincoln. You know, he's very adorable, very friendly too.
Good. It's nice to be working in a friendly atmosphere. Can you speak a little bit more on your experiences? I know you also recently taught a GST class.
Yeah, I did. I was a GST 104 success coach. That was very interesting. You know, both me and Ellen, my facilitator, who's a counselor here at the counseling center, we had no prior teaching experience, so it was very interesting for both of us to basically dive in head first, and I really enjoyed it. You know?
That makes sense. I mean, I know I actually was able to speak there, and I had a lot of fun at that. But you getting that experience and becoming a well-rounded person, you know, it comes with a lot of things. But you can do that in no matter what area you're in, location-wise and field-wise. But do you plan on staying in Oswego long-term?
I'm not really sure yet. You know, that depends wherever my ventures take me. Of course, I enjoy Oswego, but I'm sure I'd also enjoy other areas. I have no preference for city versus suburbia, so to be determined.
Fair enough. I know I went to Philly last semester, and that kind of changed my perspective as a whole. I want to explore that city life, I guess, is the way to put it. And that's not necessarily something everybody's into. When it comes to looking into different areas of suburbia, if you were to do wellness management further, would you want to work for a company or own your own business?
I would probably be interested in owning my own business. My dad is self-employed. He owns real estate around here.
Yes, and we're very proud of him.
Yes. And of course, I'm proud of myself for the work I've put into the business as well, since I was growing up as a child. And, I'm very driven, and I think I could use that.
Yeah, you work hard. It's really good insight. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we've got a lot more ahead. Stay tuned.
Athletics. Aaron, there are 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire, but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Hey everyone, I'm Austin.
And I'm Haley, and we're from Vote Oswego.
October 14th is the deadline to register to vote in this year's midterm election on Tuesday, November 8th.
Go to voteoswego.turbovote.org to register to vote, request your absentee ballot, and get more information about this year's election.
Your vote counts.
Welcome back. We are sitting down with my brother Dominic tonight, and we're going to jump right back into things. We left off talking about a lot of things and having to do with his aspirations as a student and within his career. But now I kind of want to look at him more personally, so let's dive into that. Starting off, what is your favorite memory growing up as a triplet?
Wow. Well, there's a lot of them, so I don't really know what to start.
I would start with me being your favorite sibling, of course.
I get asked quite frequently what it's like to be a triplet, and I don't really know what to tell them most of the time. I've never known anything different. Let's see, I'd say a lot of the best memories was when we were younger, just messing around in the car. When we'd go to Florida, Disney World, we'd play we'd pretend to be a band while Dad went into the gas station. So
I remember.
That was pretty funny.
I think you were always the ringleader in all of our games, and I don't know why you asserted that role for yourself, but I was always like air guitar, and Matthew was. We have another brother, by the way, because that's triplets. It's 3. He was drums. You were just whacking it out, wacky, and jamming out. So, moving on. Other opportunities that you might have. And growing up, you were into a lot of different things, like boxing. right? Do you want to talk about that?
Right. Yeah, so at about 10 years old, you know, my dad decided to get me into boxing. Me and my brother both were very small kids, and, you know, he didn't want us to get beat up or picked on in any way, so he got us into boxing, you know, just to learn a few things, but then I fell in love with it.
I know. How far did you go within your career as a boxer?
I ended up going to nationals and competing in a few national tournaments. You know, I would fight the kids of famous fighters, you know, even those who are like verified on Instagram. It was my whole life for a long time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I really did thoroughly enjoy it. I made great friends, put myself in environments that I otherwise would have been nowhere near, and
that's great.
You know, it was great.
What do you think are some other key moments that have really shaped who you are as a person? I know boxing was a big one of them, but you know, working for Dad's self-made business, I'm sure that was some other things. You want to talk on that?
Yeah, that's I guess the other huge part of my life since I was a young kid. Honestly, 7 years old, I can even remember the first time I went to work. You know, I was sitting in the living room with my brother Matt. We were playing with these toy tools, and then my dad said to me, "Hey, who wants to come and learn how to use some real tools?" And then we both smiled. I jumped up first. I happened to ride in the truck. You know, went to one of the apartments, and since then, you know, a lot of my free time has been learning the trades and, you know, hoping to take over the business to some extent.
Nice. So that and boxing, who do you think maybe is your largest influence? You've had coaches over the years. Obviously, our grandparents are huge influences in our lives, but do you want to speak about who is yours?
Okay. Well, a pretty obvious one is my dad. You know, I was basically molded in his image. I spent tons of time around him growing up. You know, I'm like him from tip to tail. You know, a lot of people even think that I am him, especially if it's just over the phone or if they haven't seen either of us in a long time. Be surprised what I can get away with.
Anybody else that really has influenced you? I know coaches like Coach Chris.
Yeah, I love Coach Chris. Shout out Chris Burns if you're watching this or if you decide to. You know, he's highly intelligent, and he's also got a very spunky personality, and you know, I found that very entertaining. And you know, when I interact with people, I try to carry that same charisma and you know, just attitude of assertiveness, not really caring.
Yeah, that's really nice. So I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
Because I am awesome. I'm going to give you a little mushy moment to look back on, because hopefully if you rewatch this. So you're going to look right over here, and I want you to give yourselves a piece of advice for future you to look back at.
Oof, okay, that's a tough one. Well, the first one would probably be calm down. It's not so bad. You know, you're on screen, but everything's going to be fine. And secondly, keep working hard. I mean, I'm pretty proud of the progress I've made, especially within the last year, how I've developed as a person as well as a student, and yeah, don't give up.
Keep going. Really great words of advice. But, you know, it's really good to keep in mind. It's great perspective. I know I'm not the same person as I was a year ago. And it's just crazy how things change. So by the end of our time here at SUNY Oswego, who knows? This is crazy. But I want to touch back on your boxing experience. So you went really far. You went all the way to silver gloves. You want to talk about what that means?
It means I worked very hard. You know, I wasn't very talented. My first time actually sparring in Syracuse, I threw up, and that happened the first few times.
Oh, jeez.
It was almost like hazing in some roundabout way, but through that and just, you know, not quitting, they seemed to grow some mutual respect for me, and you know, I kind of just took off.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then also talking about reaching different paths. I know you and I both, it took a lot to be able to switch from our majors. So again, we both entered as biology majors. A coincidence, and we're at the same college. Another coincidence, and we're from the same womb. not our choice.
Correct, not planned.
But I will say, reaching out to sources on campus was really helpful. Shout out to Tina Cooper down at Excel. Love you. She's our cousin. She's awesome. I was on the phone with her very often. I don't know about you.
And she's extremely helpful, you know. I recommend everybody go see her if you're struggling with what you might want to do, or even if you do know and you want to like craft a solid resume, or you have a mock interview that you need practice with. She's great for all of that.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We're switching it up a bit right after the break.
This job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Major Discussions is the new show that explores the stories of students right here on campus. I personally came here to SUNY Oswego for the broadcasting program because I love to hear people's stories and to do work just like this.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to jump into a little segment called Behind the Lens. Because Dominic and I grew up with each other, this is our opportunity to embarrass one another for an entire section of television. Each of us have sent in some photos and are on the spot going to have to explain themselves and the context behind these images.
Oh God, here we go. Let's get started.
Oh God, okay. So Dominic sent this one in. This is me eating a really awesome cookie, and I made that face on purpose, but nobody believes me, and it's not good. I can do a lot of wacky things with my eyeballs, so if we, look this way, I can cross them.
Here's the thing, in that photo, that's just your face. Like, you're not trying to do anything with your eyes.
I was, though, because I can do, like, a lazy eye. It's very, there we go. It's very,
oh my God,
wacky and weird, and I can do lots of things like that, and I can close one, and it's crazy. Anyway, moving on. We are image number 2. That, Dominic, what is that?
Okay, so that was in a tournament that I fought in Columbus, Ohio. The city spent like $10 million to put that up. It just shows
not just of you, thank God.
Not just of me. That doesn't even look like me. Oh my God.
It was freaky.
Yeah.
So is that something that everybody could just go up to as an attraction?
Yeah. You basically get your face scan. And it shows some grainy image to the world.
It's
whoever
freaky.
drives by, walks by, can see it, and
Yeah. Freaky.
Free attention is fun. They're not gonna know it's me anyways.
Moving on. We got image number 3. I am on a bicycle with a homemade watermelon helmet on my head. Basically what happened here is I was on FaceTime with my good friend Harrow. Shout out to Harrow if you're watching this. And I just had this leftover watermelon. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I made a helmet? And he's like, yeah. And so I said, okay. And then I actually made a helmet. I scooped it out. The rest of it, like with a spoon, I punctured a hole in the sides of it. I took an old shoelace, put it on my head, went outside, Dominic saw me, and then he's like, I have got to take a picture of this. It's ridiculous. It was a day. It is a moment happens. Next picture.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're so little in that. You're so little.
Yeah, I know. I was actually 12, so
What?
Yeah.
You're not 12 years old in that.
You should have known that.
You look like you're 7.
I was a late bloomer.
That's, yeah.
Anyways, I just got done working, and my face was covered in dirt. I decided to take a photo.
It looks like I gave you some like peach fuzz. The way the dust settled on your face. I know I've worked in those dusty basements before, and you come out of there and you're literally blowing snot into a
I
tissue.
mean, surely I could have used a bit of peach fuzz, you know, age myself a little bit, but
no, that wouldn't have aged anything.
Sadly,
like
that was not the case.
That was.
Yeah, that was me.
That was rough. But it's crazy. Anyway, moving on. You're watching Beach Discussions. We'll be right back with some more chaos after the break.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got Dominic here with us today, my brother, and we're going to test each other's knowledge of one another. But it's going to come with a twist. So I'm holding a marker here. But we're going to play a game of Who Knows Best. Basically, a question will be drawn from a deck of cards that we've got. We will then try to guess what the other person's answer is. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, they have to eat a spicy marshmallow. It sounds disgusting, but whoever has the most points wins at the end. So, first question. Favorite show? So you're going to write down what you think my favorite show is, and I'm going to write down what I think your favorite show is.
All right.
Okay?
Fair.
We each have a marker, a paper.
Shoot.
We got to move quick.
All right.
Ignore our handwriting. We both can't write or draw. Oh, he really can't write.
Okay.
You got to hold that up to the camera. So, I just want you guys to make fun of his handwriting. This is mine. I thought your favorite show was Breaking Bad, and you think my favorite show is Law & Order SVU. You got that right? Did I get yours right?
No.
Oh.
My favorite show is The Sopranos. You should have known that.
I should have known that, but I thought it was Breaking Bad. So I'm eating spicy marshmallow, and we're going to do like a Chubby Bunny-esque type of thing. So I'm going to leave this in here. It's not very spicy. Well, it tastes gross, though. It tastes like a jalapeno. Oh no, yeah, there's a kick. Okay,
so you feel it? Like, how bad is it?
Bit. It just tastes gross. Favorite hobby? Favorite hobby. So, what do you think my favorite hobby is?
You know, I feel like I used to know, but you've tried a lot of new things since college, so.
All right. I don't know if this is your favorite hobby now, but it definitely was. All right, what do you got? Read it out loud.
All right. I said filming TV shows like this.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say TOP. So you got that right. So that's a point.
Oh, yeah.
You got 2 points right now.
All right. Sweet.
So 2 points for Dom. Oh, my marker's wacky. Throw that away. 2 points for Dom. Did I get yours right? Boxing?
Yeah. Close
Heck yeah.
enough.
I got a point. All right, next question. Gross. Who's the more annoying sibling? I'm gonna put the one who's not here. Oh, I just said my answer.
Oh.
We love you, Matthew.
Yep.
Point for each of us. Okay. That's a bad one.
Okay.
Favorite flavor of ice cream. This is a good one.
All right. Well, this is easy for you, but
All right, go quick. All right, I put down cookie dough for you.
I put down cookie dough for you.
Wrong, it's coffee. Eat a mallow.
You missed. Oh,
Munja.
Oh my God. Okay, well you got it wrong too. So here you go. It's mint chip.
Hold on, I can't read that.
It's mint chip. Take one.
All right.
You're not terrible. They're not that bad. Remember, I can handle spicy food. Both of them?
Follow our Instagram page, Major_discussions. Yeah, tune in every other Tuesday at 9:30. Faye, we hope you feel better. She'll be joining us next week, and we'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in. We love you.